It is an excellent budget speech, including the intentions which have been highlighted there, and this is a fact rather than flattery. What is beauty about it is the transparency and the focus on human capital, for example, among other progressive stuff. For example, the issue about the development finance institutions. We hope that such institutions are set up with a very clear mandate that they are required to provide development finance and not then become a bank. And it would be best handled by the private sector as we had seen in the past, though most of those development finance institutions today have become banks. On the same count, the issue about banks, the NPL, which is a very major problem for our economy, needs to be addressed more squarely. There's a hint for a bad bank, but that has to be then implemented. With that, I come to the general prescription, which always mars the implementation issues, is the lack of implementation or the lack of political will. For example, the open access in electricity. There has been there in the Electricity Act 2003, but has hardly been practiced sincerely for various reasons. The discounts were in bad shape. Rajasthan, for example, is probably one of the worst, about 80,000 crores debt. And tariffs are determined on the basis of the politics of the day and not independently, with the result that discounts were bleeding most of the times. And that continues to happen. So we have nearly 150,000 crores in debt or discount. So let the central government find a way as to how to start with a clean slate, but at the same time ensure that regulation is independent. Probably independent, and not that some retired chief secretary of the government then becomes a regulator with a little understanding about economic regulation is. And that is a big tragedy in most of our regulatory institutions. That unfortunately has not been addressed by the budget speech. Regulatory reforms. How do you improve the regulatory infrastructure in the country, regulatory architecture, so that it actually helps the economy to grow, rather than to provide sinecures for all retirees from X, Y, Z. And this is a phenomenon which happens at the national level and at the state level as well. On infrastructure, what is also very good is the adoption of the Kelkar Committee reforms. PPPs first, and that's a way to go forward, because government resources are scarce and they are going to become scarce in spite of the fact that there is a high fiscal deficit. What is also interesting about the budget speech is to have a fiscal council, something which we've been arguing for many years in order to manage the fiscal situation. Now, one thing that another thing which worries us is the lack of increase in the defense budget with very quarrelsome neighbors that we have in the north and in the west. Unless we show enough kind of strength or enough teeth that we are spending on defense in order to protect our borders, we would be at a loss. And of course, now there is a vicious cycle or a virtuous cycle between economic strength and defense strength. So therefore, what is important is that the budget, the way it has shown a way forward, and we are certainly going to expand our cake, and then that cake has to be cut in a way that defense spending is restored, if not increased. Thank you.